In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the parking brake shoes on this Cadillac SRX. Let's get into it. I'm going to remove the wheel, use a 22mm socket, take the lug nuts off. And take the wheel off. We're going to remove the brake caliper and bracket all together. Using an 18mm socket, take off the bracket bolts. And grab the caliper. Might have to wiggle it back and forth a little bit and slide it off. We're just going to use a caliper hanger and just hang it on the sway bar. Remove this screw. I'm going to use a T30 socket. Take that out. And you can remove the rotor. If it's stuck on, you want to take a hammer and just tap in those locations. Just being careful not to hit the studs. And it slides right off. We're going to take the spring off down below. I'm just going to use some needle nose locking pliers. Just grab onto the spring, just pry it out. That comes off. We're going to do the same with the top spring. Just grab onto it, just pry it outwards. Pull the spring off. And pull the spring out. Now we're going to take these two springs off, the retainer springs. They do make special tools, but it's a little bit hard to get in there with the hub right there. So what I'm going to do is just take some needle nose pliers, just compress the spring, then another pair of needle nose pliers, and just twist the pin. I'll just slide those off. Come off like that, and the adjuster just fell down, and then you can slide the shoe right off. We'll do the same on this one. Just compress the spring, twist it. Make sure you wear safety glasses while you're doing this. Take that spring and retainer off, and take off the shoe. Take the new shoe. You want to make sure this area is cleaned up. Wipe that down. And then on the back side of the shield, you want to hold the pin in location. This is going to be the top side of the shoe, or at least where the adjuster is. On the opposite side, it may be on the bottom. And take the spring and the retainer, get this lined up. Try to get it lined up with the pin. I'm going to do the same. Push with some needle nose pliers. Just try to get the pin lined up. And if you have the special tool, you can use the special tool. And just twist the pin so it locks into the retainer. And just slide it in like that. And we're going to do the same on the other side. And just slide this in place. This bottom one's a little harder to get to because you can't access it from the back side. So do the best you can. To make this pin stay out, I'm just going to temporarily put a piece of foam back there just to push the pin out. because again, you can't hold it from the back side. Take this pad off. You just need to remember to pull the foam out after. Okay, so see, you can push on the pin and it's not going to push in, so that's good. Slide the shoe in place. And take the spring and the retainer. Get this lined up. Oops. Push it in. And just twist the pin. That's in place. And take that foam out. Now we'll take the adjuster. Just make sure everything moves smoothly. If you want, you can put a little silicone grease on it. And just slide that in place. You can pull the shoes apart a little bit. And push those together. It's going to go there. I'll put the spring on. Same way it came off. I'm just going to use the needle nose locking pliers. And slide that in place. Make sure it's all the way on. That looks good. Do the same with the top one. Just get this lined up. And just pull it, slide it into the hole. Push that in place. That looks good. You can make your adjustments here with a straight blade screwdriver. Adjust it one way or the other. And you want the shoes just barely touching. If they're too tight, pull this off again, pull the rotor off again, adjust it down, or tighten it up accordingly. Put the screw in. And tighten it down. Just snug, not too tight. Now take the caliper hanger off the bracket. And slide the caliper in place over the rotor. Take the two bolts. You put some thread lock adhesive on the bolts. Get those started. Now we'll torque those to 81 foot-pounds. Because we removed the caliper, make sure you pump the brake pedal after you're done. Now install the wheel. Put the lug nuts on. Now we're going to torque the lug nuts to 111 foot-pounds in a cross pattern to tighten the wheel down evenly. Just go around again, double check.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.